Why is your Twitter handle the Mountain Man?
So my freshman year, I'm not sure why Coach Ryan started calling me the Mountain Man in practice and stuff because I live in the woods, and he just, I guess, equated that to the mountain, and I guess so. Everyone started calling me Mountain Man, kind of like poking fun at Coach Ryan, and it just caught on. And then I thought it was catchy, so I put it as my Twitter handle and just never really changed it back.
Never looked back, huh?
Yeah.
Listen, man, I know that this is like, we're Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're 2 days. We're 48 hours out of probably the most devastating news besides maybe a family death, right? Like, besides that, have you ever had a more devastating thing, happen to you, Kollin?
Yeah, I mean, not really. Most of my devastating moments in life have been due to wrestling. So, yeah, it's just such a unique situation with there's no one you can really be mad at or like place your anger at. It's just like it's a once in a generation, lifetime, probably ever occurrence. So it's just very unique. Still trying to like really wrap my head around it, but yeah, it's crazy.
Just talking to Zach Carson, another Northeast Ohio guy, Ohio University guy. He's in his last year too. He's in his 5th year. He's had to transfer. His one program dropped, and he's not going to wrestle anymore. He's probably done. You're in a very unique situation in that you're the top 1% of college wrestling, right? You're going to have, and I said this earlier off camera, hopefully, we know we got 4 more years, right? We got 4 more years. We got 2020 potentially, then 2024. But I'm looking 2028. You know me. I love watching you wrestle. You still hit the barrel roll and the dump, but that's the reality of it. Where that guy's going to go in, and his life is going to go in the direction of his professional career. Your life is going to go in the direction of, I'm going to wrestle 4 or 8 more years, right?
Yeah. So, man, I really feel for those people. I mean, I can't imagine like wrestling just being over just like that. So I am fortunate enough to like be able to continue. Right, I still have more to do with the sport. So, but that's what I've just been trying to put everything in perspective. Just thinking about like people like that who are like just done wrestling, like that. They showed up to their last practice unknowingly, on that day, and it was just like I'll get to come back in a few months and wrestle and compete again and stuff, and some people won't. So just trying to like keep it in perspective and stay positive a little bit.
I look at it. You guys are in such a unique position. They just came out with the dead period. There's this dead period where nobody can be on the campus, no recruiting. There's phone calls and text messages, which doesn't do any good for Kollin Moore, who's training for the Olympic trials, which is also postponed, right? And hopefully we have that, right? Hopefully we have the Olympic trials to have an Olympics, right? And I think you're in a great position at 97 kilos. Your former teammate's the reigning, bronze medalist, the reigning Olympic champion. Nobody knows him better than you.
Yeah.
You're in a good position, so, I think.
I was very confident, going into NCAAs, and that was going to kind of slingshot me into Olympic trials. I mean, me and Miles have just been talking about, we're going to make some noise there, and I think we still will, but it's just a guessing game now of when, if, like, any of this is going to go down. So, I really don't know what to do with myself right now. Like I said, we're locked out of the room. Like, I don't know where I'm going to train, partners, stuff like that. So I'm actually glad they postponed it because I think we were back allowed in the room as of now at April 6th. So that was after trials. So it's kind of a blessing that they did postpone it because maybe now I'll be able to get some like solid training in a good room with some partners leading up to, the biggest tournament I've competed in yet. So
Yeah, and the other thing is they're locking all you guys. All the RTCs are shut down. All the schools are shut down because every RTC's at a school. There's not really any private, like a Foxcatcher type deal where it was on some billionaire's property. There's not any of that. All of it,
yeah,
every RTC is tied to a school, right? The New Jersey RTC is tied to Princeton and Rutgers. Ohio RTC, Ohio State. Cliff Keen, right? I mean, Hawkeye Wrestling, Nittany Lion. It's all, like, but I think, like, David Taylor has his own facility.
yeah,
I mean, hey, David Taylor's got his own facility, right? Like, and here's the other thing. They're talking about putting the Ohio State tournament. Let's just talk about that. I want you to think about this. You of all people, what were you? Third, second, first? What were all of your finishes in Ohio State?
I did not qualify my freshman year.
So you were second, first?
Yeah, second, first.
So I want you to think about that. Second, no chance at first. Think about that. And your NCAA finishes have been that. 3, 4, 2, right? It's insane, right?
It's just taken away, like, I mean, it's like the equivalent of probably just like getting injured, it's just such a unique thing, I want to be like mad at someone. I just don't know where to like put that, anger or like frustration right now. And I don't think it's really set in yet because I think it'll really set in next weekend when, you're supposed to be at that tournament and stuff. And I'm sure you'll see a lot of posts and everything. But I just kept thinking about, like, I'll never have that hand-raising moment and, get to, like, go up in the stands and see my family and stuff and sharing that moment with them. I was really looking forward to that. And it's just, it's gone. So it's just pretty crazy.
Where do you train right now? I mean, we talked about this. Moran's got a facility. Coach Thatcher's got some place that he trains, but there's not a ton of standalone facilities like we're talking. Like David Taylor has the M2 Center. Where do you train and how do you stay sharp for when we don't know when the Olympic trials? How do you stay sharp for that?
I think right now I'm probably gonna take a week or two off. Just like completely just let my body heal up I just wrestled nationals, I usually take like a week or two off. And then like I said, Moran's got a facility. So hopefully the biggest thing for me is training partners, right? I can find a room, I can throw a mat down. But you really need like a training partner and a good coach, right? I mean, that's what I think I need right now. So, not too sure. I haven't really reached out to a lot of people, or like, I'm sure we'll meet with Tervel and some of the coaches here soon to kind of map out a training plan and talk about some options. But, even, Coach Jordan's got, state-of-the-art facilities over there. So, stay at Coach Bo's house.
That's right. I mean, you can stay in the log cabin, walk across the street to the farm, and then they got you know what? If you want to get real gritty, go to the old one where I used to run camp out of. That's where Bo and Mickey and Rocky, the old one was where I went to camp. Dude, you could do like Rocky style, dude. Running down Neff Road and like get it, like seriously, you could do that there. Like that when you bring that up and that's an hour away, 45 minutes, that's an option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, I mean, it's not like there's no hope, right? But it's definitely going to make things a lot more difficult than I would like the Olympic trials to be, because it's already very, very difficult, especially with the guys in my weight class. So, but just staying optimistic, right? Everyone's in the same boat, so try not to feel too much of a why me thing. So, everyone's in this boat, right? Everyone's looking for a place to train, looking for training partners, stuff like that. So, just trying to figure it out. Hopefully, a lot of the RTC guys, I can link up with Miles and Jaden and everyone still. So, I think we'll be good. Yeah.
where do you go from here as far as what has Tom Ryan said to you? What have your parents said to you? What has Tervel said to you? Jordan, Jaggers, what have they said to you? What are people that are big parts of your life? What are they saying to you to help you get through this, Kollin?
Just being there for me. They're just saying they're proud of me. Just reminding me of all I've done right up to this point. So, yeah, I mean, just talking on the phone with them, just like being there, like there's nothing really you can say, right? And I feel like the more people try and say, the more I don't want to hear it. So, just kind of, being that kind of voice of perspective, like I was talking about earlier, just, putting everything into perspective, like, and people actually have this virus and, people have died and, it could get worse if all this stuff goes down. So, still very fortunate, to have accomplished what I have in my career. And like you said, I still get to wrestle a couple years after. So I'm not done.
8 years. 8 years.
Yeah.
8 years.
Yeah.
8 years. That's what I want. I'm being selfish. Come on. We need you.
If the body holds up, I'll do it. But we'll see.
Okay.
So
6th year.
yeah.
6th year, man. Everyone's talking about it. They're going to give it to the spring athletes. Is this something that you've thought about? Obviously, you're going to be wrestling anyway, so you're one of the people I'm talking to. You're going to do a 6 year if they give it out. We don't know what they're going to do there, but you've heard that talk, right?
Yeah, they've talked about it, and it's just it's I'm definitely gonna have to weigh some options, right? It's not a complete hard yes for me right now, if I would take it yet. So, and another thing too is with the NCAA and everything. I'm in my master's program right now, and I'm graduating in the summer. So it's like, do I have to go to school? What would that look like? Do I have to re-enroll in another master's program or like triple major? Or
Johnny Sebastian. Go full Johnny Sebastian on it.
Yeah.
I think he's in his 3rd degree. I think he's got a master's from North. I'll ask. Hopefully, I get to talk to him, but I know he's got an undergrad from there, and I think he's got I think he has 2 degrees from Northwestern, and is getting a 3rd one from Wisconsin. So you could go full Johnny Sebastian on it.
Yeah.
I mean,
so,
what's wrong with that?
There's a lot to figure out, and I was very much looking forward to the freestyle senior level training in that part of my life. So we'll have to see what the NCAA says and what all comes with another 6 year, right? It's gonna impact a lot of people. So we'll see. Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be really interesting, man. And I know we're 48 hours, it was 48 hours ago, right?
Yeah.
Think about it. I mean, it's so wild. What's your family? What's your dad say? I know your dad. Was your dad a 2-time state champ for Chanel? He was a state champ for Chanel.
He just won.
1-time state champ for Chanel. He went to Michigan State. So your dad gets this. He gets this level of wrestling. He gets your sacrifice. Your dad really understands the sport of wrestling. I know you got a pretty special relationship with your dad, but what have you talked to him about, and how are those conversations?
It's been rough, man. Just hearing like kind of the sadness in your dad's voice is just like, made me break down a little bit. So he was the first person I called right after I heard the news, just to kind of tell him. And like I said, he was just, kept saying he was proud of me, but I know he took it pretty hard. Like I said, I was looking forward to sharing that moment with my family, and I know they really wanted it for me too. So it's just crazy to think that it's done. So they're done coming to Ohio State matches. They won't get that last national championship and everything. So, but he's been great. He's calling me every day. So just kind of joking about it a little bit every now and then. So he's texted me yesterday. He goes, "I hope your Friday the 13th is better than Thursday the 12th." So
No question, man. No question. Are you in Columbus right now? Or are you in Creston?
Columbus.
Columbus. Are you guys even live in Creston? I know you live out in the country.
It's like Burbank, so it's
Burbank.
The school is in Creston, which is about 5 minutes away from where I live. But yeah, Burbank, we're out in the sticks. It's actually like the village of Burbank, so it's not even a town.
Listen, I'm from Martin, Ohio. I can tell you where I'm from is probably equally as stickish out in the sticks, man. There's not a lot going on in Martin, Ohio, Oak Harbor, Genoa area, Ottawa County. There's not a lot. Well, during the summer there is because there's Put-in Bay and Cedar Point area, but
it's nice by the lake.
Yeah, but otherwise not a lot going on. But all right, man. I know you got other stuff going on, or maybe you don't have anything going on at all. I don't know. It sounds like nobody's got anything going on.
Yeah, nothing going on right now. So it's a unique situation. It's like, what do I do? So I don't know when trials are going to be. So like I said, I'm just going to take 2 weeks off, like completely, and just let my body rest and get excited to go train and work out again and stuff. So yeah, but right now I'll probably head home, hang out with my family for about a week or two, and then try and figure some stuff out. So
okay, I think I saw your sister at a Kent State wrestling duel. She plays soccer there. She plays soccer there, right?
She played soccer there. Yeah. She's had about 7 knee surgeries. So she's been done for about a year or two.
And then you have another sister that ran track in college, right?
Yeah, she ran track at Ashland.
Okay, so are you the only boy? You have a brother.
I have an older brother, Kurt.
Oh, what did he? So everybody was college athletes. Was he?
He played soccer at Malone.
Jeez, oh Pete, so all college athletes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I've seen your dad, who looks like he just carries weights around all day. Is your mom a genetic freak too?
She was like a little farm girl. So she grew up on a farm. She's coached gymnastics for probably 20 years. She coached my little sisters and my sister and like the local YMCA team and stuff for a long time. But yeah, my dad is definitely has the athletic genes.
I don't want to mess with that guy. I know you got people coming in. I know you got stuff going on. Where are you in Columbus right now? Who do you live with?
I live with Grundy Smith. Oh, Ethan Smith. We call him Grundy. We live with Ethan Smith and Rocky Jordan. So, and then it's fun. So Luke, Fletcher, and Luke, Eli, and another guy live right next door to us. So we kind of got like a 6-person house pretty much. But
okay, yeah. Are they like a townhome kind of deal?
Yeah, it's a little like duplex kind of thing. So
okay,
it's fun, man.
Well, listen, hey, you got anything else for me? I listen. Maybe you want to shout out someone. I don't know, man. Like, I know your coach. Is Tom Ryan out breaking a bike right now? You think he's out destroying a bike on the hills? Is he trying? Is Tom Ryan out like?
I don't know what that man's up to. So he basically said he was going to travel and take advantage of the cheap flights, which sounds like something he would do. So, but for him traveling, he doesn't sit on a beach. He'll go bike somewhere. He'll go bike across some mountains or something. So he's a crazy man. We'll see what he's up to. But
Jaggers has no Cleveland sports to watch, so I don't even know what that guy does.
Yeah, he might lose it. So, but we were talking. He's probably going to have some guys that are still in Columbus over to his house to hang out and everything. So it'll be fun though.
And Tervel's got to be scouting. He's probably up. I bet you Tervel's watching all the stuff in Ottawa right now.
Yeah. So Desi is out there. I know he's competing for Canada, but Desi's the man. He's a super nice guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's great. He's so good. He's been such a great addition to like the practice room and everything. So hopefully he gets after it this weekend. I think he will. So But yeah, Tervel, he's always watching some sort of wrestling.
That's what we call a student of the game. Student of the game.
What's that?
Student of the game. He lives it.
Oh yeah, he's always watching, picking up technique, trying to bounce ideas off people. So yeah, it'll be fun.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, I appreciate your time. I appreciate everything that you're going through right now. I know that the people really appreciate it. But
Yeah.
dude, it's been fun watching you. You've had an unbelievable career. Sorry it ended this way. Maybe we got hope of that 6th year, but keep grinding. We'll see. I will be at Olympic trials. I'll be calling some matches. Hopefully, I get to call some of your matches. Hopefully, I get to call that final with OK Moore in it versus the other Ohio RTC guys. I mean, we got Jaden Cox, and then obviously the king is Kyle right now, but we'll see, man. So, hey. Thank you for the time. Stick around a little bit here afterwards, and I'm going to shut this live one down. And hold on, let me do this. But thanks for the time, Colin.
No problem, man.
All right, we're gonna